A local high school student is arrested for firearm possession on school grounds. The St. Patrick's celebration is the topic of WJTS Inform with Craig Grolick and Bob Boyles. And in sports, Kurt Guxell looks at highlights from the Forest Park Mater Dei sectional game. These stories and more coming up in 18 WJTS News. I am Bill Potter, and this is the WJTS News. A Southridge High School student was arrested by Indiana State Police Wednesday morning on a Class D felony charge of possession of a firearm on school property. 18-year-old Cole Meyer of Huntingburg was taken into custody and taken to the Dubois County Security Center. Indiana State Police found the loaded 9mm Taurus handgun in Meyer's pickup truck in the school parking lot. State Police said that at the time the gun was found, they were conducting a routine sweep at the school's request to locate any illegal drugs that might have been on the school grounds. No illegal drugs were located, but a State Police trooper, Brian LaRoche, and his K9 Blackie were conducting open-air sniffs around the vehicles in the parking lot when Blackie alerted on the pickup truck. Police say upon locating the student responsible for the pickup, the vehicle was opened and the gun was located in the truck's center console. State Police say whether one has a firearms permit or not, unless that person is a law enforcement officer or has been employed or authorized by a school or another person who owns or operates property being used by a school for a school function, it is illegal to possess a firearm in or on school property that is being used by a school for a school function or on a school bus. A Pike County couple were taken into custody and to jail Wednesday night after police received a 911 call reporting a battery between a boyfriend and his girlfriend. Troopers with the Indiana State Police were called to a residence along South Pike County Road 1000 East near Velpen just before 9:30. The home is shared by 25-year-old Lucas Clements and 25-year-old Ashley Cruz. Cruz answered the door and a trooper immediately observed multiple bruises on her face. Police say Cruz's boyfriend, Clements, also had injuries to his face. Further investigation determined young children had been present during the altercation. Police say Clements and Cruz were each arrested on a Class D felony count of domestic battery in the presence of a child. They were lodged in the Pike County Jail, where they are being held without bond. Authorities released the two children at the home to their grandparents. The Dubois County Sheriff's Department made an arrest early this morning after investigating an accident along a county road northeast of Jasper. Deputies were called at 2:30 a.m. to an accident along Kellerville Road south of County Road 400 North. Once there, deputies determined a northbound vehicle ran off the east side of the road, damaged Brian and Deborah Fairbach's yard at the 3800 block of North Kellerville Road, and struck a large utility pole before stopping. Police say the utility pole did not appear to have sustained damage in the accident that effectively totaled the car. The Fairbach's yard sustained an undetermined amount of damage. The driver of the Mustang had left the scene by the time law enforcement officers arrived, but deputies said they later determined 22-year-old Nathan Leisner of Jasper had been driving the car. They located Leisner at home and arrested him on preliminary charges of driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol content of 0.13% and leaving the scene of a property damage accident. Authorities booked Leisner into the County Security Center just after 5:30 this morning. And a former custodian at a southern Indiana school has been sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty to making methamphetamine inside a school. Michael Schaefer pleaded guilty last month to a felony charge of manufacturing meth. A Gibson County judge also sentenced Schaefer Tuesday to 6 years of probation. The 43-year-old was arrested in December 2011 after authorities found an explosion-prone one-pot method of making meth in a storage area on the main campus of the East Gibson School Corporation in Oakland City. Schaefer's attorneys told the court his client has struggled with addiction for years. Attorney John Brinson told the judge that Schaefer is stable, regular, and one of those decent people who happens to be addicted to methamphetamine. Opponents of the Interstate 69 extension through southern Indiana have filed another lawsuit trying to stop construction. The Hoosier Environmental Council and the grassroots group Citizens for Appropriate Rural Roads have filed a complaint in U.S. District Court in Indianapolis seeking to overturn an Army Corps of Engineers permit for the $3 billion project. The complaint alleges the permit violates the Clean Water Act because it allows about 225,000 cubic yards of fill material to be dumped into wetlands and streams in Greene and Monroe counties without considering less damaging alternatives. It involves a section of the highway southwest of Bloomington, now under construction. Still to come on 18 WJTS News, weather, sports, and tonight's WJTS Inform featuring folks from Ireland, Indiana to talk about the upcoming St. Patrick's celebration.